monthly. You guys help us keep this place going. Keeping the bills paid, all this digital stuff. Thank you so much. Like I said before, I'm LT, and I'm an alcoholic addict. And welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm your host, LT.
Oh, no. I'm your co-host, Felice Weaver.
Mm-hmm. We have a special guest in the background. Oh, yeah. You want to tell me who you are?
Jake, a recovering substance user.
Not from State Farm, just Jake.
State Farm's in my step 4, so don't make any jokes.
State Farm's in your step 4.
Legit. I sent you a picture.
That is awesome.
Fake weights, lifting belts.
Has anybody else got any of those resentments that are just weird? You know, like objects, places, the government, maybe? We do have a special guest tonight, and if you guys can guess his name, Jake will give you $100. No?
Monopoly money.
Monopoly money, of course.
John, not from State Farm. Thank you, John. Thank you.
All right. So tonight's show is about depression. So I would love to see y'all in the comments today just to let us know about how you feel about depression. What do you experience with depression? Are you going through depression? Because once we get into our book here in about 15, 20 minutes, that's what the topic is going to be. We're going to go through this book called It'll Never Happen to Me. We're going to talk about depression. And I highly suggest, and this is a disclaimer, all depression needs to be assessed by a doctor or a counselor. We're here just to offer some stuff that we think we know from books. Depression can kiss his booty. I agree.
You were very gump.
I feel like I'm hiding from the world.
You were very gump there.
Was I?
Yeah.
I feel like I look depressed with my hoodie on.
Bubba.
Let's get depressed, y'all.
That's why
this is the typical look for depression, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that because remember in our book, we're talking about the people that look good, the people that look good on the outside. We may have freak out moments at home, but when we go to school or we go to work, we act like completely different people, which means when we meet people, we really don't know what's going on and what issues they got in their life. So empathy and kindness always win. And that's our motto here on Recovering Addict. We love each other. We want to support each other. Why? Because we recover better together. 2 times in my life, I hit rock bottom, early 2000s meth, late 30s alcohol. Jails and institutions, been there, done that. Death is next on my list as far as relapsing goes. I definitely have another relapse in me, but do I have another recovery? Maybe not. And that's why we have to be very vigilant. Half measures avail us nothing. Right, Jake?
That is correct.
Right, Felice?
Yes. I concur.
Yeah.
Well, I suck at that motion.
So tonight we're going to read our 24-hour a day just like we always do. And I have an article I might want to read if some people are in there that have just experienced a relapse and gives us a thumbs up. We will go through this article called Life After Relapse. Just a little stuff to think about. And then we're going to hit the question of the day at 8:15, just like we always do. And then we'll jump into the first paragraph of our book. And about that time, it should be 8:30. And Teeter time is something new. Teeter's going to come on here at 8:30, and he's going to give us a little snippet about how to get over cravings. He's going to start implementing some tools we can think about throughout the week. It'll be a Sunday special with Teeter time. He's going to get on here and just give us something to chew on. So if we have cravings, we'll have a tool to work with. And then always at 8:40-ish, Cassie time. And then we'll finish the night off reading the rest of the book about depression and end our show. And the show's not over until we say the Serenity Prayer. So don't you dare bounce up on out of you. And while you're at it, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until then, I'm going to let Felice say hi and what's up to everybody.
Yep. Obviously, we're on a live stream. We have video. You can see what we're wearing.
Jake, we could all stand up and show you. Yes, these are pajama pants.
We're all in joggers.
What? These are joggers?
Double back. Bye.
I'm just going to...
These are the hoodies available at recoveringaddict.org. Those are the hats that are available at recoveringaddict.org. Pick yours
Show
up
them
today.
your hat link.
And then we can all have a Recovering Addict sweater party.
Isn't that what we accidentally did? Yep.
No, with everybody.
Not available on the website.
All the people. No,
Signed by Marky Mark.
That's my hat, and I love it.
That hat is fantastic.
Hump, what's up, brother?
Hump's wearing the same thing.
Yeah.
Hump.
Yeah. Sweater buddies.
Last time I did that, remember I did the Arsenio Hall and somebody got mad at me.
Really?
Recovering
like,
better
don't
in PJs.
ever do that again.
Why?
Yes.
Like a political thing?
No, just talking.
Is
Talking
a
schmack.
phenomenal hat.
Don't forget me.
What?
Did you put that?
Here I am. Is that Millie? Is that you? All right, let me start at the top because we got a winner chicken dinner, and it is
Man,
Teeter.
that word's really small. What does it say?
Alicia, hello. Desmond, hello. Mark,
Des.
love ya.
G'day, mate.
Mark.
Let's see.
Mark still. Still
That
something.
one was funny. Hey, John V.
Yes.
Love you. Everybody
Good to see
check
you, John.
out Venture Forward on Facebook.
Yeah,
John.
venture forward. Great stuff.
Marilyn, your stuff's on its way.
Marilyn, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give them that update, please.
Yes, I shipped everything out yesterday. And hopefully I gave everybody the right things.
Oh.
And hopefully it's going
me
to
that.
the right people. Pretty sure it is. Like 99% sure.
Like,
congrats
comment,
and thank
subscribe, and ring that bell. Thank you, Alicia.
Thanks, Lish.
Yes. If y'all didn't see last Saturday's
Hey, Matt, yours on the way too.
podcast on the school podcast, our very own awesome, amazing Salt Lake City Alicia was interviewed by Dustin and Frank, and it was an amazing show. She brought these bells with an awesome story. You'll have to go there to hear it. I highly suggest you check it out. Alicia's amazing. Changed
So
Frank
beautiful.
and Dustin's life forever. Those two were just so impressed. I got texts and just about how amazing it was. So, Alicia, thanks for coming on. And if you haven't seen that show, it has processed and is on YouTube now. You can go back and check it out.
It's wonderful. Hey, Tiara.
Tiara.
Michelle, Appel, Levine, Martin.
Martin.
Michelle Happel Levine Martin.
We can all say down the line.
Asia, what's up? Misty, hello. Steve, welcome. Jenny, your stuff on its way too.
Jenny.
I think you won a pretty good one.
Which one did she
You are
get?
going to love the Snuggie.
Oh, she got the Snuggie.
It's amazing.
Alicia says
like the
depression
3
is horrible.
recovering musketeer addicts.
What is it? Then I'm like, I think that's the 3 Musketeer thing, isn't it? Or
Was that Men in Tights?
I feel like that's Macarena.
No, that was the Three Amigos.
oh
That was the
yeah,
Three
3
Amigos.
Amigos.
Same. What's up, Rasmussen?
3 somebody. What's up, T?
Zuck.
Depression. Hi,
Yes.
Cherie. What's up, Don?
Hey, Don.
Darcel.
Darcel,
Good evening.
good to see
Sawyer
you.
House. What's up?
I hit my triple digits. Yes,
Atta
101. Good
girl.
job. How'd you do
Very
that?
Cool. Very
Let us know.
cool. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Pam. Not
Depression.
blessed to have not been blessed with it. Yeah, me too. I
Same.
go back and forth.
Does anybody harass you about being non-stick cooking spray?
Mark says
Probably not.
Probably just like you, Jake from not from State
It's
Farm.
got Teflon.
Not from State
Shit,
Farm.
that might be in her step 4.
See, that was the question.
Hey, Petey.
Petey.
Another
Petey.
congrats to Petey.
Stuff's in
He
the
got
mail,
the
brother.
recovery thing.
He got the best one.
Hi, Grandma T. We seen her
Hi,
at
Mom.
Smith's today, too, with
Oh,
her
you saw my
friends.
mommy?
Yep, she said she's
Zach
the
wants
baskets
a
looked
hat and
awesome.
hoodie.
Oh yeah, recovering addict.
Yeah.
What's a
dot
hat
org.
hoodie?
Zach.
Where's
T.
Zach?
T. Rasmussen.
Oh, recoveringaddict.org. Yes. No, that's not the one I was looking for.
14.4 adults, 18 and plus, alcohol disorder stats from. Wow. Jeez.
NSDUH.
How many people are in the United States? I mean,
Like
what is
300 million.
what is the percentage of that? 14 million.
That's a lot.
It doesn't matter the percentage. It's 14 million. That is insane.
Hey, what's good? Facebook user.
Hey, what's up, Facebook user?
Hey, Ep.
Epi,
Solid
Epi.
prize for not getting my link basket. Maybe we'll send you a bookmark. Maybe
Yeah, we got bookmarks, y'all. We got bookmarks.
Y'all gotta get
What
some
should we
stuff
do
so
with
we
the
can send you
bookmarks?
some bookmarks.
Dad, how many people say we're in the episode?
Oh, all merchandise comes with a bookmark,
300
a
million.
photo, and some cards.
300. Wait, no.
See,
300.
John Hovel, Anchored Hearts.
328.2
Hello,
million.
hello, hello.
Jeez, that's a lot.
I'm glad you love your hoodie, Jenny. Yes. Just-
SOAR is SOAR.
Well, whatever.
School of Addiction.
Can I stop by SOAR to get a hat and a hoodie? Yeah, we got to get the hats and hoodies here. Speaking of that, maybe I'll do that this week.
You know this guy, he can just send you his sizes, right?
Yeah, he can just
Yeah.
stop by. He's local.
Yeah. Facebook user, dropping in beautiful beginnings. Hello.
Yeah, he was our guest.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come by and get one. On our way to Fear Farm.
that?
Scary. I'm
Oh,
assuming it's a
October
haunted house. I took Millie to a haunted house
Oh,
once,
yeah,
and she said that I
October.
kept pushing her, and then when we were done, she punched me. She was not happy.
Unfortunately, I relapsed a few days ago, and I currently have 11 hours clean. Dwight, brother, keep me in here. All right, yeah, we're definitely going to read that article then.
Yes, we are.
Dwight, thank you for getting up here and actually sharing that live here on. You know what I mean? That took courage, which means you're back in the game. You know, there's relapse and there's lapse, and we're going to kind of go over that a little bit too. Now that you said that, we're definitely going to talk about it. But pick yourself up, dust yourself off. Don't beat yourself up. We're here for you. Stick with us.
And you're in our prayers.
Stay
Always in our
strong.
prayers.
Yeah.
We love you, Dwight.
Yeah. See, Merck even says that we got you, Dwight. Yeah. Make sure you guys check out the Venture Forward
And
Tuesdays and
there's Venture
Thursdays, 6:30 p.m.
Forward.
Eastern, 4:30 Mountain. Venture Forward Talks Friday, 5:15 Eastern and 3:15 Mountain.
And there's my barber. Hey, Claiborne. New date, 10/25.
10:25. It's all right.
How you doing with those Pop-Tarts, Claiborne?
Hey, Aubrey.
What's up, Sober Obs? Viking slogan: too much ale in a man's heart is laid open for all to see. Don't ever turn yourself into a drunken stupor because all your secrets will be revealed.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is that how they talk on the show?
Ashley
Kinda.
Hernandez. Hello, hello, hello.
That's how Floki.
think-
Floki. You like Floki. Floki's badass.
Yeah.
Joni. Hey, Joni.
Joni, how
Yeah,
are you?
it's going to be
What's
good.
that? Confederate author.
Let's see.
William-
Brad.
William
Hello.
Oh, hey Brad, how you doing, brother?
Finally. How goes it?
Finally.
What's up,
Good to
Tyrone?
see ya.
Yes.
Slipknot, yeah. Tyrone.
Let's see. Sky's in the house. Hey, Sky.
Hey Sky, I haven't seen you for a little bit. How you doing, sister?
They're answering some question about
How many people are in the world?
something.
That's a lot of people. And
Hey.
14 million of them are addicts,
Get you a sweater.
Or
yeah.
more.
Get you a sweater.
or at least admit to it.
Go
Jimmy
to the
Hart.
store.
Sore and leave sore.
Depends on where you're at and
It's
where
no
your
doubt.
fitness level is.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy Hardy, what's going on,
What
brother?
is
Good to see you.
up?
Jake and I, what did Dwight say? Right there, you just passed it.
I was getting there.
There.
Haven't found the streak, the courage to admit this to anyone, and I'm ashamed and remorseful. I'm hurt and lonely. Yeah, brother. It seemed we're actually going to touch on that in this article. I read a piece about the shame and remorse, and it seems to be tenfold after a relapse.
Marilyn says 2 more days and she'll have 1 year, 7 months.
Hashtag no fronts.
Awesome.
That girl.
No fronts.
Hey Dwight, join the Discord. You got 24-hour recovery right there.
It's true. Good plug, Link.
Oh yeah.
Good plug.
Yep, you're not alone.
You're not alone, brother. Yes. Thanks, Big Hump. 100%.
There's Aubrey. Relapsed for 16 years before I found a solution to stay sober. Over 23 years now. It's possible. Never
Yeah.
alone, never alone.
Never
Just
alone.
keep
Boy,
getting back
amen.
up.
Amen.
Don't give up.
Thank you, Jimmy. Feel
Better
I'm
off
better
as well.
off. Shaking his head, he says. No, we feel you. We don't want to go there.
Prayers.
Yeah, thanks, Mom, for praying for Dwight. The prayers of a righteous person availeth much, the Bible says.
Let's see. Aubrey says, no power can relieve our alcoholism. None whatsoever. No human power.
It's true. All right, y'all. Discord's question of the day is actually from about 10 days ago from Sean Dizzle, aka Sean Dia. When a toxic situation arises, how do you ground yourself and get your thoughts, anger, and all the emotions in check? It depends on the toxicity of the person and why that person would even be around in the first place, depending on the level of toxicity for me. Grab me the big book, please. There's a certain toxic person in my life that I had to cut ties with. I actually drew healthy boundaries, and I said, look, if you're going to act like that, I will not participate. And I love you, but I ain't going to participate in that kind of stuff. So one, I protect myself from having to encounter those emotions when... What?
Big book was the smallest book over there.
That's funny. So I protect myself from trying to even get those emotions. So when a person is maybe that toxic, you got to separate your life. I mean, your recovery is more important than dealing with somebody who's not ready to grow. But if you do encounter it, I want to read this. It's just so helpful if you have this in your mind and you're caught off guard. Maybe memorize it and you can bring this back to the front of your mind. It says, acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. Okay. And think about this too. If you've relapsed, if you're sitting in traffic, freaking out, anything. Okay. And acceptance, think about that word acceptance. Tonight, when you're in bed and your mind starts wandering, run, grab your phone, Google acceptance, look at the definition and start thinking on it. And then start thinking on things and ways you can accept things you can't control. And then pray the Serenity Prayer and start thinking about the wisdom to understand of what you can and can't change, right? Because you have to accept the things that you can't change. And you need the wisdom to know the difference. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact in my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person. This could be the toxic person even. I can find no serenity until I accept that person, that place, that thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, think about this if you're an alcoholic or an addict, I could not stay sober. You have to accept step one, you're powerless. If we're all in here at some point in our lives, we've determined we are powerless over drugs and alcohol. And that's why we're here, right? I could not stay sober until I accepted that. Unless I accept life, think about this, unless I can accept life completely on life's terms, I can't be happy. If you're running around with expectations and things aren't going the way you expect, how can you be happy? I've heard a saying recently, and I've been saying it quite a bit, that expectations are resentments under construction. So be careful of what your expectations are for people or things or places or anything. You just kind of make a plan, you head that direction, and whatever happens, happens. And nothing happens in God's world by mistake. So accept life on life's terms, right? I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. So those emotions and stuff you feel could possibly be your acceptance, your level of growth, and where you are at in your sobriety, in your recovery. And then to the next level of toxicity of people, healthy boundaries are a necessary thing for a lot of things. That's my answer. What you got, Jake or Felice?
Well, will you put the question back up, please? After.
Wait, can I add something? Sometimes you're the problem.
Sometimes you're the problem.
Well, there you go.
There's Link's answer.
That's from Run DM Link.
So, like, I'm waiting for somebody to get Link's attire.
We thought Merc would have had it first.
Yeah, Merc, you have failed.
Austin,
We're going to
what's up,
reinstitute the shame closet.
So when toxic situations arise, how do you ground yourself and get through your thoughts, anger, and emotions? So if it arises, how do you get through it?
I call my support system. I go on. I've had anger rants lately.
Oh yeah, you called me yesterday.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, I was very upset.
Oh, that's good. That's a great way.
You know, like because I used to internalize all that. Like I used to keep it in, and that was never good.
Yeah.
You know, like not talk to anybody, watch Fight Club a lot. What was the other thing? Listen to OTEP. I can't listen to OTEP.
Something beautiful.
Yep.
Precisely.
Where'd you go, Psycho Boy?
Yeah. You know, so I call my support system, and you know, most of them know I'm about to say some wild stuff. So you hear my sister.
My advice, if you're in a toxic situation, like at this moment, like it's active, then obviously I would remove myself from that situation and leave. And if not, if it's just ongoing in and out, you definitely I would set boundaries. And boundaries are meant to protect you. Boundaries are not meant to control somebody else. I know a lot of people get that backwards. Like when you set a boundary, sometimes it turns into an ultimatum. Like, if you don't do this, then this. That's not a boundary. That's an ultimatum. You want to set a boundary like, I can't be around you because it makes me feel a certain way. That's a boundary.
Right.
So set boundaries would be my suggestion. And talk to people. Find somebody that you trust. Somebody you can talk to. Somebody you know isn't going to go and tell the world and gossip what you just told them.
Yeah, find a support system you trust.
That's what I would do.
Teeter just put up here 100th Share Squad gets a free hat sponsored by yours truly. Share it out. So you guys know the rule and the thing about sharing. You share it out on Facebook or YouTube. You copy the link, and however you share it on Twitter, on Facebook, on whatever platforms you guys are in on, copy, paste, share. Or if you're on Facebook, it's real easy. They made it easy. You just hit share, and however many times you share it, put that number up, and the 100th sharer gets a free hat.
I don't know how to do that.
I guess you don't get a hat. Oh, wait, you go.
Oh, that's right.
Guess you don't get a free one.
I share all kinds.
Ray,
Love you.
she don't trust nobody. Whoa, what up, brother? I got my hammock and I sit in a tree.
There you go.
Someone was inspired by you.
Yeah.
What's up, bruv? I feel like speaking Spanish as soon as he pops. I'm like, ¿Qué pasó?
And her first share gets a
paso?
picture of a free hat. You funny, John.
That's awesome.
What did John say?
101 free share gets a free hat.
101st.
Toxic situations are
picture
like
of a free
toxins for your body. You have a choice to keep or let them go. Amen. Notice that you have to consider. Yeah, good stuff there, Ep. Good stuff. All right, so let's get into the first paragraph. Well, actually, no, relapse. Okay, so you relapsed, right? You got to brace yourself. For many, after a setback, a person's guilt. Okay, listen, Dwight. This article is on smartrecovery.org. And
self-management and recovery training.
Yeah, and it's called Life After Relapse, How to Bounce Back and Start Over. Life's not over. So brace yourself. For many, after a setback, a person's guilt, shame, and humiliation come back tenfold. So you may be feeling that guilt, humiliation, and shame tenfold. Prepare yourself for these feelings. Commit to use them as motivation to get back on track rather than as an excuse to hide in disgrace if you do slip. That's great advice. If you're feeling that guilt and shame, use that shame instead of hiding. Use it as motivation to keep going back up the down escalator, right? Get support. Whether you just sobered up after a brief lapse or you're in the middle of a longer relapse, you should consider contacting your addiction counselor, recovery coach, or other recovery accountability support to schedule a free face-to-face meeting. That might be a plug for these guys. Prepare yourself for difficult conversations because relapse, like we said, relapse is like walking up that down escalator, right? And as soon as you stop moving, you go down. Whatever happened up here, you stopped moving forward in your recovery. Drinking or using, whatever you did, was the result of the relapse.
Now, this is a 24-hour-a-day program. There are no breaks.
Call on loved ones. This step may be particularly tough, especially if you've hurt your friends and family members with your addiction in the past. But support from the most important people in your life is critically important if you want to recover for good. When you approach loved ones, do so honestly and make sure you intend to go through with whatever you promise to do. Consider returning to treatment. If you ever had an IOP, just go back and get a refresher. That's what's cool about Action, the place I work for now. But after you become alumni, you transition out of there. For life, if you feel yourself getting into a dark spot, you just go pop into their meetings that are happening every night of the week, and you can just get yourself back on track. So if you have that opportunity, consider going back and saying, hey.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
So think of relapse as a stepping stone. Instead of you viewing your slip as a step backwards, think of it as a progression on your road to recovery. Many people lapse or relapse. And if you think of each attempt at sobriety as a means of getting closer to your goal, a lesson in your cumulative recovery learning, so to speak, this setback won't be in vain. Use it as a stepping stone. But don't get trapped in a revolving door, it says. It says, while recovering from addictive behavior, some people get caught in a pattern of repeated relapse and rehab, and the phenomenon sometimes called the revolving door syndrome. In most cases of revolving door syndrome, the person isn't fully or consistently committed to a sober life, which makes going back to the substance or behavior of choice seem too tempting to resist. This cycle of repeated relapse is dangerous because it takes a toll on the individual's health, physically and mentally, sense of self-worth, and whatever healthy, positive relationship means in his or her life. Although these repeated slips can be a normal part of recovery, for some, ongoing relapses and rehab can become a compulsive pattern of its own and make it even more difficult to successfully stay sober long term.
That's interesting.
And then look on the bright side. A slip may feel like the end of the world, but really it's not. It's an opportunity for growth and reinforcing basic life skills that need more work. Many people emerge from relapse with a fresh scare regarding what they're up against. That's what happened to me. As well as a deeper commitment to becoming sober. That was what happened to me as well. This renewed motivation can help you come back from a relapse even stronger than you were before. We talked about that one time. We were talking about, look at it as a journey to the post office in the middle of winter and everything's ice. You're walking, right? You get two blocks closer to the post office, you slip and fall. You get up, you're bruised. You start walking a lot more carefully, but you're still 2 blocks closer. It's not the end of the world. You're still in recovery. And there's a difference between a lapse and a relapse. And I take it to the diet side of things. If you're on a diet, all week you've done good, you're kicking butt, and all of a sudden there's some, cupcake sitting on the table. You eat a cupcake. Oh, you slipped up. You go home, you finish your chicken for the dinner, and the next day you're right back on your diet. That's a slip, right? But if you eat that cupcake and then on the way home, you grab some ice cream, the next morning you eat a whole half a bag of Lucky Charms, and then, you know what I mean? You just jumped off your diet. That's a relapse. So if this is something that just happened, just bam, pick yourself back up. You're good.
What platform is Dwight messaging us on?
YouTube.
Will you show Epi's comment, please?
I will. There was a. Oh, yep.
What's up, Hunter?
I just wanted to tell Soupy hi. Hi, Soupy. He's got the shingles.
Oh, I saw that picture, brother. How you doing? You okay? What'd Jimmy say?
There you go.
There you go.
All right, you guys can read it.
Dwight, since you have stepped backwards, is the understanding that you have not turned completely around. So turn back forward and see the right steps that were being taken and follow the right path. It will be fast and easy as you know what to do. Just you step forward to reflect and see your mistakes so you can eliminate them. See this field. Notice it is follow.
Hey, Jimmy says, I know I've relapsed a few times, and my biggest thing I've had to do is surrender and take suggestions and be willing to try them, whether I think they would help or not, and be aware of the signs. And by keeping good support around me, that will call me out when I'm slipping.
Oh, I like that. Jimmy, from that statement, obviously he feels like he probably left humility and then jumped back into pride, So it looks like if he relapses, he jumps back into being humble, becoming teachable again. I like to say that a lot in our groups down there lately. Remain humble and teachable. Great advice, Jimmy.
Is Dwight on the Discord?
I'm not sure.
We do this week SOAR's manual study is on humility. We will post the Zoom link in the Discord, and that might be something of interest.
Aubrey says, relapse. After 16 years of relapsing, I had to get honest with myself. I did the steps honestly, and it was brutal. I discovered 12 steps are now for snowflakes. Are not for snowflakes. So I do not want to be a snowflake.
There's a twofold meaning to that.
I hated
statement,
third, fourth, and fifth step. But when I look back on my drinking history, I did not want to go back.
He uses that descriptive word a lot.
So I did the third, fourth, and fifth. Hey, Kyle.
Sorry, Jake, he says, for the misspell.
Yeah, I was just teasing.
Love you too, brother Kyle.
There's a website where a guy would read emails and he would say every word as it was written.
Love you guys. Like that.
Kyle.
Yeah, we love you too, Kyle. 100%.
I can't do it.
All right, it's 8:30. You guys know what time it is. Well, maybe you don't, but you will hear in about 2 seconds. Teeter. How you doing,
Hi,
brother?
Mr. Teeter.
Look at that
Hello,
face.
hello. How is everybody doing?
Doing well. Shalom.
Shalom.
Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight?
Wonderful.
Fantabulous.
For the second time, doing good.
I like your cup there, Jake.
Which one?
That New Mexico one.
That's from Teeter.
Gee, I wonder where you got that one from.
Oh,
I don't know.
it's-
Probably some guy we know in New Mexico or something.
This isn't my cup. I'm just using it. It's delightful.
It's probably the same place we got this cool magnet that says Albuquerque.
Our keychains.
Yeah, my keychain.
Anyway,
We're branded everywhere.
Claiborne wants to make sure that you know the Broncos lost to the Chiefs.
I know we got spanked
Kansas.
and we got spanked hard today.
I thought Broncos were into that.
That was good.
I can't deal with this tonight.
Michelle wants to know how you're feeling.
I'm doing well. My face is a lot better. It's just like really dry and everything from the scarring and all that stuff. But hopefully the doctors will figure it out on Tuesday when I go in to see what that was. Because my face was like so swollen and I couldn't even hardly see anything, and I couldn't even hardly open my eye and hardly even get out of bed. I just getting over being sick from all that stuff.
Dang.
It took me for a loop, I'm telling you.
So you're basically saying that whatever infection you got whooped your butt like the Chiefs whooped the Broncos.
Pretty much, yes.
43 to 16.
That's
43
I know.
to hold
Wow.
on. 43 to 16.
Oh, hush it, Aubrey. I see you in there.
43?
Yeah, we got spanked hard.
So, Mr. Teeter, I imagine life the last few weeks has been a little tough and rough, right? You've gotten a new job, pounded
Yep.
through the training. You get sick on top of that, all the stress, new adventures, new out of your comfort zone type of stuff. Then the Broncos get beat. What do you do when you get over, or how do you overcome your cravings when you get triggered with high life stress?
Well, I definitely pick up the phone and call my sponsor, Jenny, or talk to Andrew, my husband, and, just talk to people and bug LT about stupid stuff.
Retail therapy.
Oh, yeah, and retail therapy. Yes, we got to love that. Ugh.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I know you said, what was it, about a week and a half ago, right before you got sick, that you were triggered a little bit and kind of in a rough time.
Yeah, because when I get one of my trigger points is a lot of high stress and new situations, and that makes me want to pick up and drink.
Amen to Big Hump's comment. No politicals, no politics. We don't talk about that crap here.
Go Biden.
Hey, what did Big Hump just say?
Go to the corner. Go to the corner.
Okay.
Okay,
So
you
yeah,
call a sponsor or talk to a bunch of people in your support group, correct?
right.
And then any tools you lean on? Can you think of any tools?
As far as tools, it's like a lot of it, just helps me. And I know it's not really a healthy tool, not a healthy tool by far, but cigarettes.
Yeah, I vape. I know.
That helps you like de-stress a lot, but it's not healthy. I'm not condoning cigarette smoking for anybody. If you gotta quit.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for the stuff, Teeter. I'm going to pull another special guest on here.
Uh-oh.
Cassie's quote of the day.
Cassie!
Dun, 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 dun. Hi, everyone.
She's got an
How is
umbrella.
everyone?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. How are you, LT?
Good.
Hi, everyone. How are you? What do you have on today, Linky?
Oh, okay. Who does he look like? What movie?
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Wait, put it closer. Can you make it bigger so I can see? Does he have on a? Why can I not see that? Is that one of those? I don't know. Tell me. I'm so bad at movies.
No, I ain't doing it.
Tell me. Come on. I don't know.
The hint. I have a hint.
It's a movie about where you live.
It could be what?
It's a movie about where you live.
A movie about Vegas?
Yeah.
I'm so bad. Don't do this. Please tell me.
It's about being scared.
Come on. Can I use my lifeline or something? Somebody give me a
call a friend. You got Teeter on the line.
Call a friend. Teeter, what's the answer, Teeter?
He looks like the father of
Cassie,
journalism.
they got a special bell for you.
Oh,
they got a special bell for you.
Okay, go. I'm dinging it right now. I'm ringing it. Mayday.
He looks like the father of gonzo journalism.
She's never going to get it.
That's okay.
I'm supposed to know that?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm going to go straight to the quote.
Go figure it out.
Who's this?
Tampa Bay 45, Raiders 20. Ugh.
Okay,
really?
we're going straight to the quote. All right, here's the quote of the day, guys.
Sit back on track. Good girl. Way to rein him in.
Not exactly how I wanted my Sunday night to go, okay? Listen to this quote. You are what you attract, not what you want. If you want great, be great.
You want great, be great.
I'm a Raider fan. Good night. I love you guys.
I love you, Cassie.
Let's continue to spread that love.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Good night.
Ooh la la.
Mic drop.
Oh, that was awesome.
You forgot to ring the bell.
Oh, shoot. Like he's got his head up.
A little late for that now.
I need my hat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. And
Twins.
All right. Teeter,
Beautiful.
I'm going to throw you backstage so we can get into our book. Okay?
all righty.
We may pull you back in for some comments.
I'll be here.
All right, bye. We are currently going through a book called It'll Never Happen to Be by Claudia Black. I guess another episode, another revision is coming out. Revision 3. This is revision 2. What did you say about this book?
So on Amazon, this book is $40. It's considered a collector's item, and then they are releasing the 3rd edition. You have to pre-order it right now. It's being sometime in November, and then it's far less money. It's like $17 for the 3rd edition, where to get the 2nd edition is like $40, $45.
I might get a free one. Maybe.
I want to read that one.
Hopefully. All right. So here's what this book says about depression. Unfortunately, a depressed person is typically pictured as one who sleeps excessively, is unable to eat, and is suicidal, which is true. So while that picture represents the severe end of depression continuum, many depressed adults are able to function daily and meet most of their responsibilities. After all, that has been the survival mode. Remember? We're looking at the kids that looked good. Remember, we're going through a book right now about kids who were raised in addiction, and to the outside world, they look good. They're not the acting out kid. They're not in the parent principal's office. They're not going to juvie, but they are growing up nonetheless with just as bad of emotional problems that carries on into their adulthood. So there's 2 things you can look at. Were you raised in an addictive house, or are you raising kids in an addictive house with addictive thinking, with addictive anxieties, with addictive neglect, with all that scary stuff that's actually going to affect them? And then if you were raised, it affected you. And so this type of depression she's talking about here is, I see you, Obs. Have a good day at work, brother. Is unapparent to the outside world, right? Remember, looking good children are often those who maintain the appearance of doing just fine outside while dying slowly on the inside. Children in addictive homes develop the skills of compartmentalizing. We may have cried ourselves to sleep at night, or lashed out in anger, or hidden in fear. But when we got to school, we didn't tell anyone about our feelings or our experiences. We presented ourselves to the world as we are fine, life is fine, and nothing's amiss. We presented a false self that may not have had the look of depression, while our true self, our emotional and spiritual self, was experiencing great despair. We practiced this day in and day out, week after week, month after month, and year after year. It easily became a skill, and we took it with us into various areas of our lives. As a consequence, many adult children do not demonstrate blatant depression, but are a part of the walking wounded, the closeted depressed. Does anybody feel like they relate to that or know somebody like that? A closet depressed person. On the outside at work, everything's fine. Hath you
Seth
lost
Green.
Seth Green?
Linky. I forgot he does have that hat. That's funny.
Seth Green has that hat. Who is Seth Green?
90s movies.
That is not the correct answer.
Wrong answer.
Have a good night, Lish.
Have a good night, Lisha.
Kyle
Love
said,
you.
yep.
Yep. So Kyle puts on a happy face. Or may know people that put on a happy face.
My mom.
Your mom does that?
Yeah, like she goes out and she does stuff. Well, she used to. Like she still does stuff, but she's super depressed. Struggles with it still. So, that's why I like to go run my mouth to her after I train.
To keep depression hidden, those of us who are depressed avoid sharing with others on an intimate level, or avoid spending enough time with friends who may recognize our true feelings and our internal despair or emptiness. I got to get out of here, y'all. It was nice seeing you. If I stick around any longer, you guys might see my true emotions, and I ain't about to show you none of that. Or never go deeper than surface level cliches and hellos and how was your weekends and I wish I could do this and that, for the future. But
slogans.
Slogan. Choking on slogans. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. I used to be able to hold it together till 5 p.m., but once I hit outside, I sobbed all the way home, work and sleep. Oh, man. Wow. It's got to be tough. Go ahead.
2016, 2017, I struggled with depression bad. I was going to the hospital every 3 days for a long time, to the point the hospital called me and assigned me to a therapist and psychologist. I thought I was dying from everything.
Hypochondriac kind of thing? Interesting. Where was I?
What did you do to overcome that, Ashley?
So we often rely on defenses of busyness and accomplishing tasks. Got to keep myself busy. I hate when people say that in early recovery to me. I know it's a good thing to remain busy and to thank you, Jake, Mark, R.A. for checking in on me. You're welcome, brother.
Absolutely, huh?
I love you, homie.
We were hunting. And no, Beastie Boys is not correct either.
You got to fight for your right, bro.
You do.
Fight for your
no
right to
sleep till
comment.
Brooklyn. But this is a sabotage.
Yeah, people in early recovery, when they say, I got to keep myself busy, which is true. You got to keep yourself somewhat busy, but there's a thing, I don't know. There's a fine line.
Balance.
I think, yeah, definitely balance. But man, when you're in recovery, take it head on. Go. I know this is hard. It's easier said than done, but I kind of experienced it with myself when I finally accepted my alcoholism and accepted and I needed help, accepted the fact that I needed to open up and share in front of a group of people and ended up crying. You know what I mean? But trust me, it helps. We often rely on defenses of busyness and accomplishing tasks. We deliberately keep the focus on other things and other people. Hey, how you doing today? Good. Have you seen Margaret? She's over there doing this or that. Oh, what? Distraction.
Oh, deflecting.
Deflection. Oh, what was that one movie I watched? It was an awesome movie. Oh, Skins, I think. It's in the UK. It's a UK move. Bruv, if you're still watching, I think me and you talked about this movie. But this girl, she was anorexic. And they were asking her, she was getting a boyfriend, and she's allowing this boyfriend to get a little closer to her. And like, she's showing him how she deals with the problem. And he grabs a plate of food and they're sitting down. And he's like, how do people not notice you're not eating? And she's like, it's easy. And she sits and has a meal with him. and sits there and plays with her food and distracts him enough times until she puts the plate and the server takes it away. And not one time did she take a bite, but she kept him distracted enough that he didn't notice she wasn't eating, but she was showing him how she did this.
The $20 word of the day is prestidigitation.
I already forgot that word.
Prestidigitation, sleight of hand, misdirection.
Like it. Jimmy says, I relate to that. I have a thing where I try to act all tall and strong, but really I'm scared and depressed, and not opening up builds a lot of resentments and hatred towards myself. And most of that just feeds my pride and ego by not saying anything, which hurts the internal the most and harder to deal with once it comes out down the road. Next, that would build lots of resentments. Teeter says, I struggle with depression a lot of time. I just lay down and don't want to deal with people. Or on the other hand, I try to keep busy. So one or the other. Who would have known Robin Williams was depressed?
Right?
He actually was suffering from dementia.
That's crazy.
Bobcat Goldthwait told that story on JRE about how he was suffering from dementia. And so he made the choice to die as Robin instead of as who he was afraid of becoming, because he felt himself slipping into madness every day.
That's crazy. Brad says, how can I tell if my drinking is a sign of depression, or I just started to just have a little with friends and then had more and more and more and then every day?
Bruv brings up a good point. If you think your drinking's a problem, it probably is. That's a like kind of a number one flag. If you're questioning it, it is. Alcohol is a depressant. Eventually, at first it seems to give you energy, but really all it's doing is lowering your inhibitions. And so you're doing things you normally wouldn't do. But by the end of the night, you're having a hard time holding your lips together. And, even you keep drinking, you can't even hold stuff in your stomach, which drains your serotonin and does create depression.
Yeah. I stay super busy.
So I won't think and feel. Yeah, there's Bruv. He says, I like that. If you're questioning whether your drinking's a problem, it probably is. It's true. I mean, that's a number one red flag. I always thought that. I think I got a problem. If you think you got a problem, you probably do. I've cried with y'all, but I have yet opened up. I'm gaining momentum. Dude, you came on our show the other day. That was freaking awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, we were all very excited about that. That actually made my entire evening.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, took over for Teeter and Cassie that day.
Okay, define.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Yeah, define, please.
I struggle every day with mental illness, but I don't let it define me. That a girl.
Hey, Steven, thank you so much.
Hey, super chat.
Thanks,
Whoa.
brother.
The two of them.
Appreciate that.
There's another one?
99. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for believing in us and believing in the message and us helping people. I appreciate that a ton.
Yeah.
100%.
Ashley says, when I was depressed, I would cry all the time, and it was horrible. Family and friends didn't know how to help me. I overcame it, sadly, doing drugs. As odd as that sounds, I don't recommend it at all. So that led into drugs, and then the recovery is what kind of helped your depression, like learning how to cope. I'm assuming is what you're saying.
Right there, John.
Marilyn, thank you very much.
Fear of the number 13.
Why did it come out of the speakers?
That's just how he talked.
Oh.
Thank you,
I
Marilyn.
heard it come out. So we appear, right? These people that are closet hide. Oh, thank you very much,
Marilyn.
Thanks, Steve.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was inspiring.
Thank you, Steve.
100%.
Brave man.
So if we're in the closet and we're depressed, we appear very capable and we put on an impenetrable force field that says, don't ask me about myself and don't push me. A lot of times it could be even anger they act out in. You get too close, you start pushing, they're going to push back with anger, and it's another illusion. Avoidant. Yeah. It's difficult enough to be depressed. It is even more difficult when we have shame around it. Shame as one cause of depression, and added shame because we are depressed. So that's a hard thing. Depression is complex and addressed in a variety of ways. For many, it is a biochemical imbalance or a disorder, neurochemistry, best treated with antidepressants. It is commonly accepted among professionals that depression tends to run in families, suggesting that there may be a psychological predisposition towards depression. But chemical depression is also induced by external experiences. For many, it is a consequence of habitual, premistic, and disordered way of viewing the world. Living with addiction certainly allows one to see the world in a negative and a chaotic manner. It frequently is also the consequence of loss and the inability to do the grief work necessary to bring completion to the feeling of sorrow. It can be referred to as pathological grief. The latter most often fuels closeted depression. But note, all depression needs to be assessed by a qualified physician. Disclaimer. So if you feel that you have this type of depression, depression is your soul telling it's tired of the character you were trying to play. Oh, that's true too. Quit faking it. Yeah. Brad Kendall, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Brad.
John V, 1111.
John.
Oh, what does he say? Potato, potato, potato. No, I don't know. What's
Why
the word?
did it? Why 11:11?
It's a thing.
I know it's a thing. I know what it. I know.
Such love that begins first and then spreads it around your friends, family, and community in the world. Amen. Brad Kendall, 100%. Thank you for believing in our message, and we thank you for the value that that you're adding to our life, and hopefully we can add as value back.
I'm glad you caught us live too, and we could talk to you.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm glad you did too, bro. That's cool. It's funner when you catch us live and we can communicate with you 100%. And you got our emails. You got my phone number. If you looked at our website, shoot me a text. I'm down to talk to anybody. This is my job now, 24/7. My phone usually blows up around 11:30. I've had at least 6 conversations at the same time. But I'm more than happy. That's what I do now. There is tremendous loss associated with being raised in shame-based families. Family being denial-centered, and it often is. It is not being okay to talk honestly. That's what it was like in my family, with my dad, I should say. I couldn't talk honestly. I was always afraid if I said what I truly was thinking or feeling, I was going to get a child fit thrown, and when I say a child fit, think about a 2-year-old throwing a fit, but an adult man, that's older than you and you don't understand anything about it. If we spoke how we truly felt, if I wanted to go live at my mom's, if I wanted to, do something that I thought was cool, anything that was contradictory to what he may have, whatever. But that shame-based family where you couldn't be open, that's the way I was kind of raised. The sense of loss is amplified because there's no way to work through the pain. So you got all this pain inside, but you can't let it out. You don't dare to trust and talk to anybody about it. The hurt, the disappointment, the fears, and the anger associated with life events are all swirled together and internalized. I remember, that's funny, it just brings a thought back into my mind. I was so mad, I don't even remember what it was. But I went into my bedroom in Michigan. I was probably 15, maybe 14. And there was a stuffed animal, and I ripped it completely to shreds with my bare hands. I was so mad. I remember being so mad before that I've headbutted a chair, missed the soft part of the chair, hit my face on the wood, and split my lip wide open. I was like, ah!
Angry human.
I was so angry. But it was always like, patch me in.
Come on, Hump.
Are you serious right now?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hump. Oh, it's so exciting.
Chat.
I want to go back to
Come on with it.
Ashley. She wanted to tell us she's in Chihuahua, Mexico.
Oh, really?
Forgot to tell you guys I'm here because I was homeless, living out of my car and on drugs, but I'm here with my family. It's rough being here, and when I get back to Arizona, I'm going to have a lot of obstacles ahead of me.
Yeah, that sounds tough. Ashley, stick with us, okay? Reach out. Get involved in our Discord. Get my number. Text me.
Glad you have family, though.
I mean, just if you're struggling and you're in a bad spot, if you just give somebody a call for like 5 minutes,
Yes.
I mean, you can change the world. Just to say it out loud and have other human ears hear what you say, there's power in that. It's trippy.
We're meant to talk to each other. Irina, yeah, angry family, or is that what we're
Almost.
talking about?
On the hotline.
Almost.
We're just waiting for his device to connect.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Bruv says, do the humpity hump. I wish I could say that in British. Humpty humped.
It doesn't sound more exotic,
Yes, it does.
does it?
Sounds smarter.
Your IQ goes up like 4 points if you have a British accent.
And if you have glasses.
I like hearing
Yeah,
Patrick Stewart
Then you get 6
curse.
points for
You're welcome,
the
actually.
glasses.
Like when Patrick Stewart swears, it's phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. Can you answer my question?
Yeah, ask me something.
What happens when you fall in a black hole?
You fall in a black hole.
Okay, very good. Excellent.
All right. So that hurt, that disappointment, the fear, all that stuff. I'm not worthy. It is easy to see why we came to believe in our unworthiness and so try to hide our real selves from others. Eventually, whether we are 35, 55, we suddenly hit a wall. The burden of hiding eventually becomes too heavy, and all of those protecting, controlling mechanisms that kept us going for so long, they just stop working. Depression either sets in, our ability to compartmentalize is so diminished that we are no longer able to hide our depression. I'm lost. Hold, please. Yeah, just keep trying, brother. As soon as I see you backstage and we see your face, I will pull you on. Just keep trying. That link will not go away.
Doesn't reading that like make you want to be the kind of person where people want to open up to you?
Yeah.
When you're there depressed, like you just want to be that trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Because they've ran into so many that aren't.
So in my new position here and action and all that stuff, a lot of people are just opening up to me a lot. And a lot of times I realized what I'm learning, I guess, because I'm barely young, you know, well, as far as that goes, is sometimes I don't need to say anything.
Mm-hmm. They just need to talk.
I just listen. And then and they talk themselves to being feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. Device not connected. Get close to the Wi-Fi, brother. All right, here's a quote. I didn't even know I was depressed until I was no longer depressed. I had always lived like this. I functioned, I operated in the world. I had a good job. I had a good family. But I never felt joy. Oh, and I'm very socially skilled. No one knew. No one knew how I felt over the years. Then one day, I just couldn't keep the pretense up. None of my old defenses kept working. It was like I hit a wall. I didn't even see it coming. Yeah, I don't know, brother. Go ahead and talk.
Oh, there's Kyle. I said the time you gave him was priceless.
Yeah, brother. That's what we're here for. No, any meeting, that's what it's for.
Brad said Tuesday was the 16th anniversary of his pop's death. It was the first time in 16 years he didn't wake up and start drinking with the goal of going to sleep.
Oh.
Talked to someone for 10 minutes and felt great.
There's an evidence right there,
yep,
y'all.
There's power in it.
Sheree says you may be too old, big hump.
Sheree has issues too. I'm telling you, stand closer to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, get closer to the Wi-Fi if you can.
You know, with the user interfaces that they're developing for technology nowadays, anybody should be able to.
Especially StreamYard.
Hey,
Especially StreamYard. It's like 3 buttons. Sheree.
Wow, what's up, B?
Isn't it like 3?
You experienced that not
Do
knowing?
we get a good connection? Sheree's connection's not great either sometimes.
I mean, we can get upset about it if we want to, but just think about what we just did. You know, if I throw a link on there, like Teeter, he's backstage right now watching, and we just pop him on, and he's freaking in New Mexico. You know,
move the antenna closer to the window.
Put some tinfoil on it. Bruv, it's good to see you here, mate. Oi, bruv, it's good to see you here, mate.
Gobna.
Hello, boys.
Hello, Gobna.
Any dairy girls back in my life?
Me too. Oh, that's a trip, B. Green-eyed cat. Love that guy. You want to see a good photographer?
I've been paying attention. He doesn't post pictures as much as he used to on the
He's
Discord.
got, he says millions he's got to go through. They add up faster than you can freaking...
Hey, look who's back from Barstow.
Who? Oh. All right. So what did I just read? Oh, yeah. So depression and addiction. Dang, we only got 1 minute to finish this. Well, sorry.
Until I scream that it's clear now.
Good. Don't move. There he is.
Like it's
Oh,
Ow.
snap. He must have put tinfoil on the rabbit ear.
You got some tinfoil. Drummond.
What's up, big hug?
What up, huh?
Goodness gracious.
Mute the other feed.
I don't know if you can hear me or see me, but I'm sending love and good vibrations in my jammies. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. Good. We love that hoodie.
Okay, in my recovery gang attire. But I want to share something like for the Dwights of the world and people like that. And I struggle and I'm trying to share a message and I never know how to do it, but damn it, the angles. Okay, so I'm just gonna read it.
Put your face.
And
You look good. You look good.
I know my Raiders lost, but the Donkeys lost too. So nonetheless, let me cut to the point. I want to send a message to anybody who struggles and don't know how to reach out, and depression and anxiety is overwhelming and stuff like that. And I keep it short and sweet. But I put it in my bathroom, my king throne. Learn from yesterday, live today, and hope for tomorrow. And I'm gonna stay solid with y'all in my pajamas.
Yeah.
On game, hoping the Mercs and the Jakes and the Alicias and everybody in this supportive community keeps it rocking. I'm a fragment. I hang in the bushes. I'm not outwardly like the people of the world, things like that, but collectively we're a team, and I feel support and I feel love. I'm gonna say one more time to anybody on this platform. Sorry about the feedback. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you broke up there for a minute when you. Yeah, it's feedback like crazy. It's like
Hey, I'm a project kid, man. I'm doing the best I can.
Oh, good, brother. We're just happy to see your face.
Hey, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. We all better collectively as a team, man. And I'm not a piece of shit and all these things, but it's people that pull up the moment and people that keep me strong and grounded, and that's a vessel to keep me moving and progressing and staying in my pajamas and my hoodie. So I just want to check in real quick before we check out the live and say we got to fill that hole in the gap of our 24-hour recovery in our pocket, though. We can do better.
Agreed.
Love y'all. Sorry for chiming in, but I love y'all, man.
No, we're glad you did.
So I'm not a show stealer. I'm going back to my hole, but the work that's being done and the uniforms that's being collected, and I mean, it's a beautiful thing, whether we have 20 numbers or 2,000 numbers, man, the work is being done, and I salute you guys, and thanks for keeping me strong and keeping me focused on my yesterday, my tomorrow, my present gifts.
Love it, brother. Okay, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All you guys be safe, man, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
You too,
and I didn't get a hammock because it started snowing out here in this bitch, and culturally I don't really. That's not me. I gotta find a new hobby. Dwight, come out, reach out, man, support us, man. You're a leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're freedom, you everything that we need, and people could say that to me, but I'm not the one. I just want to come out the bushes from time to time and say, we're better together than we are alone. I love y'all.
Amen. Love you, bro. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
I love seeing him.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that?
Growth, brother.
I really love his hoodie. I mean, that hoodie is on point.
That takes a lot of courage,
Yeah.
When we first met Hump, he didn't even want to get on Discord and talk really. It's just like, hey, I'm just checking it out and just watching, now he's up here on live TV.
Huh.
It's crazy.
All right. It's 9:05. Really quick.
9:05. You guys want to join us for the, we can't hear you, bro.
Sorry about that. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, you can do the Serenity Prayer with us.
Don't worry about being comfortable. I'm in my bathroom too, so.
Man, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good, man. Okay, ready?
Oh, hold on. This is Hunter Thompson. Whatever. That's their problem.
Oh, hold on.
Or are we not?
Ready? God,
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 grant me
grant me the serenity
to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
man.
Amen.
Yeah. Love it.
Beautiful.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon, Big Hump. Talk to you
Big
soon.
Hump.
Teeter.
Teeter, Jake, Lish, JV, Mert. I love y'all, man. Thanks for keeping me safe and grounded.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
yeah.
too.
We recover better together on gang. I love y'all.
Love you. All right. That was special. There's my mommy saying amen. All right, y'all. We'll be back Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. We'll finish up Depression, which ain't got much left, but it's Sunday night. We got to put Felice to bed. She's got to get up really early. And she's not good at getting up early, y'all.
No.
You just got to get on her about that.
I'm terrible at it. I hate it.
Especially when we
I
keep
have
her up all
I
night.
have resentment.
She hates her alarm clock. All right. Until next time, y'all, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover
better
together.
together.